this week. I'm reading If You Want to Write. It's a book about art, independence, and the spirit. And it's written by, I'll see if I can get this right. It's written by Brenda Ueland, I think is how you pronounce her name. One of the things that I've been really interested about is creativity. Where does it come from? How do you develop inside yourself? And how can you kind of promote it in others? And I don't think you really can promote it in others, but I think you can really promote it in yourself. And Brenda talks about this in her book. She's kind of the two central things or themes to creativity, which I really liked, and it's on the back of the book, is to tell the truth, which sometimes is harder when you're creating a work. The work has to be authentic, and it has to kind of come from you. And the other thing is, don't do anything you don't want to do. And I think that's another kind of really important point that she makes. I think she says, and I really believe this, that this kind of spark of creativity is in everyone, and you just have to be able to unlock it or kind of nurture it into existence and then kind of grow it. One of the things that she does is she takes really long walks and she kind of lets her mind kind of wander. And I've had the same kind of experience. I have a large yard where I have a riding mower and I have to spend hours kind of mowing. But it's most of those times where my mind tends to wander and I have these thoughts that come in and out. It's just a wonderful book. I heard about it, and it's an old book. She was born in 1891, but again, this type of writing is just brilliant, and her insight is wonderful. It really inspired me. It really made me think, and the other kind of issue that I kind of thought was interesting is many people create kind of like out of the ego. I'm going to create and kind of show you how brilliant I am. But creating out of this idea of sharing, you know, I have something that I'd like to share with you, something that I think is beautiful and authentic, something that I found is special. It comes from a kind of a different place, and I think that somehow comes through in the work, in your work. If you're trying to do it to work to impress, then suddenly that's perceived by the person, and it kind of falls flat. But if you create work out of this idea of sharing or some kind of internal drive, then again, I think the work resonates that. The work kind of holds it, and your viewer is able to communicate, able to perceive that. And I think when you create any kind of work, whether it's writing or painting or music, the viewer or the participant needs to have some kind of a reaction to it, and they need to be able to be engaged, and they just aren't passive in the process. And I think a lot of work is just, for me, is very much passive. I have no reaction to it, and for me that work isn't as meaningful. So a great book. It's in my short book series. If you want to write a book about independence, art, and the spirit by Brenda Ueland. So that's what I'm reading.